Hey, hey, what's happening, my joyful people? It's Kimberly Joy Morgan of Do All Things with Joy, and we are here for another edition of Share the Joy. I hope you guys are well. I still can't believe how fast our time always goes by, where we're able to come in and share a little bit about things. Hey, Amber, so good to see you. Hey, Charles, so good to see you. So here's the deal. I want to make sure that I give you guys the foods and the things that you're supposed to eat to help increase your iron in your bloodstream naturally. Supplements are great when you can't get it naturally, but there are some risks for it. And what I want to tell you is, before we move forward, when you have too much iron in the blood, it's called hemochromatitis, all right? And a lot of people don't end up having that, but it's when you have about 48 milligrams of iron. And a lot of supplements have a very high content of iron, and it can cause vomiting, nausea, cramping, constipation, things like that. So just be mindful of taking supplements, and that it's not too many milligrams, and that you're feeling good if you are doing that. But for those who want to get it naturally, one of the things I want you to think about is when you are eating iron, coupling it with vitamin C. All right. So you're like, okay, Kim, what do you mean, take a vitamin C supplement? No, I'm meaning coupling it with natural forms of vitamin C. So I'm going to go over a few of those. Hey, Joseph, so good to see you. So few things we can do. Guava, for those of you who are in the tropical area, that's a great one. Kiwi, red and green bell peppers are great for vitamin C. Grapefruit, blueberries, Brussels sprouts, broccoli, cauliflower, and pea pods. All right. So those are some natural ways to get vitamin C into your diet. And this is just great as well in the winter time to increase your immune system naturally as well. Because remember, we cannot OD on vitamin C. We'll either take it in and urinate what we don't need out, but you're never at a risk for having too much in the body. All right, so just remember that. So I'm gonna go over more, talk guava, red and green peppers, bell peppers, kiwi, oranges, grapefruit, blueberries, Brussels sprouts, broccoli, cauliflower, and pea pods. All right, so that's a great list of things to get. Now, here are our iron-rich foods. Liver. I don't really suggest organ meat. That's just me. But some people enjoy liver. I would say do your research on organ meat, and if you feel good about it, then you take that step. But that's one of the biggest ones. Hey, Ruth, so good to see you. And hey, Nicole, so good to see you. White beans, so that's great. Like in the winter, especially making a white bean chili with chicken, wonderful, great. So white beans, lentils, love lentil soup, love adding lentils to different recipes with rice and things like that. So lentils are really high in iron. Spinach, all right. So hey, you could do a lentil dish with some spinach in it, high in iron, and put a little bit of, let's say, maybe eat an orange after it's all said and done. That's a great way to also get the vitamin C and the bioavailability of the iron from the vitamin C. Kidney beans, so making chili in the wintertime, that's also great as well. Chickpeas, so eating our hummus and chickpea salads and things like that. Look for recipes on Pinterest all the time. I know I have some pinned to my Pinterest board if you go on and find me there. Sardines, so you can make a sardine sandwich with sriracha or putting sardines on a salad, but sardines are a great way of getting iron in. Grass-fed beef. I don't eat beef, so that's one of the hardest ways I would, sometimes I wish I did, but I don't, and so I wish I could sometimes eat a big steak or a burger and get a big dose of iron, but that's one thing that you can do. Lamb is another way to get some iron in the body. And then blackstrap molasses, so you could use that for a sweetener in your tea or things like that. Hey, how you doing, Mo? Oh, so good to see you. Mwah, mwah, miss you. And then pumpkin seeds. So half cup of pumpkin seeds is really good for for iron. So remember, if you're eating pumpkin seeds, have maybe some blueberries with it. So that's that vitamin C iron combination, which makes it absorb more into the body and the bloodstream. And remember, iron is all about getting oxygen in the blood. So if you find out that you're working out and you're feeling sluggish or tired, those are some of the things that you want to be mindful of. All right. Hey, Anita, and hey, Tempest. It's so good to see you ladies as well. The next thing, the reason why iron is so important, and there's some things that it's preventing, and we talked about it last week, so if you need to go back and look at part 1, please do. But I want to make sure that you understand that iron deficiency isn't a problem, but iron deficiency is a problem if it puts you into being anemic, and that's what we don't want, okay? So if you, go give blood and they say you can't give blood because you're a little bit low, or if you, go to the doctor and you have your blood tested and they said your iron's low, pay attention to that and start just beefing up. Get some spinach salad and, put some blueberries on it, or some orange slices or things like that you can do to help beef that up, or some kiwi or whatever, or like kiwi and spinach in your smoothie in the morning. Ways in which you can get more greens into your body to get that iron up is great, because we do not want to become anemic. That's what we don't want. Remember, it also supports healthy energy levels. So if you find that you're really, really sluggish, like you got 8 hours of sleep and you've done it for the past 3 nights and you still are waking up tired, it might be something that's saying, hey, go get your iron checked and figure out where you are. It helps with cognitive function. So those brain cells that we need to fire fast and to give us the information that we need when we need it, that's really great, especially if you're a student or you're just in a business world where you really do need to think quickly on your feet. You want to make sure that you're getting that oxygen to the brain the way that you need it to through the bloodstream. And then also supports development and growth. And this is really important for our kids and our babies, because one of the things is that every age group has a different amount of iron that they need. One of the largest groups is, of course, pregnant women, because you have the development of a fetus and what they need to support that. So making sure that toddlers as well have a high group, because they have so much cognitive and motor skills going on as far as that development is concerned. So you want to make sure that they're getting appropriate amounts of iron too. And also a healthy pregnancy, which we just mentioned. You want to make sure that you're getting the adequate amounts of iron at that point in time. It also helps to support a healthy immune system. And we all know oxygen to the bloodstream is going to help to service all of our cells and our tissues and everything like that in our bodies. So we want to make sure that we are having really high red blood cells, and then our white blood cell count will also be affected by that as well, which helps to fight infection and different things within the body. So immune system support, and it also helps to improve your mood. So when your iron is low and you're feeling, sluggish and all of that, it affects how you feel about yourself and what's going on throughout your day. Hey, Kelly. Hey, Karen. And then also it helps. This is a big one because women experience this a lot and they don't know why. 2 things I'll tell you to check on. If you are experiencing restless leg syndrome, that means at the end of the day, usually you feel like you want to move your legs and it's almost like it's involuntary and it kind of just like they kind of shake or they do something. It could be an indication of low iron. It could also be a low indication of low magnesium. And we've talked about magnesium as well. So if you need to get that, go to my YouTube page and find the Share the Joy that I did on magnesium and kind of get a little bit acquainted with what that can do and how that can help you. So those are 2 minerals that can affect your legs and restless leg syndrome and all of that kind of good stuff. So if you have any questions, hey Rodney, so good to see you. And hey, I guess it's Keisha Marie maybe. All right. So, guys, if there are any questions, or ladies, gents, whoever, if you have any questions about iron and what you can do to help increase in that area, let me know. Ever since last Friday or whatever day it was that I got my numbers back and I was like, oh, I need to change that. I have been eating my spinach salads. I have been increasing with my pumpkin seeds and doing all kinds of good stuff to get my iron levels back up. So please know that it happens to the best of us. And if you are experiencing any of these things that I've talked about, be sure that you maybe just start increasing it and seeing if that helps your body in any way. And if not, get tested. All right. So remember to share the joy at all times and do all things with joy. And for those of you who may want to work with me one-on-one, I am opening up my Momentum Not Motion group for 2020, I only take 10 women. Sorry, guys. But of that, I do take 10 women, and it is an amazing opportunity to really dig into what you want to do with your life and get some actual support and me asking you hard questions and homework and things that you do to grow. So I would love to have you if you're interested in that and anything else that I do, from Gut Check 21 to my book, Share the Joy. Feel free to put a comment in the comment section and I will be sure to answer any and all questions. All right. So you guys have a blessed day. Stay positive. Remember to do all things with joy and what? Share the joy. Peace and blessings. Bye-bye.